What's the funniest way you've outsmarted a teacher? Back in 10th grade, my chemistry teacher was obsessed with integrity. That's what she called it anyway. But really, it was control. Miss Flannery had these hawk eyes that could spot a glance at a smartwatch from 30 feet away. Her rule? No unauthorized materials during tests. That includes notes, devices, Lucky Charms, and wandering eyes. The way she said wandering eyes made it sound like we were criminals on trial, not kids trying to survive a pop quiz after soccer practice. She especially had it out for me. I wasn't even bad at chemistry. I was just bad at staying quiet. I fidgeted. I whispered when I worked through problems. I chewed my pencil like it owed me money. It drove her nuts. She once gave me detention for performing soliloquies during a molecular equation. So when she announced we'd have a major midterm, lockdown, no bathroom breaks, clear water bottles only, no labels, no watches, no mercy, I knew I had to get creative. That weekend, I got to work. I went to the craft store and bought 6 clear water bottles, cheap ones with flat plastic sides. I printed out the periodic table, a conversion chart, and common reaction types in 4-point font. Then I taped them inside the bottles using clear packing tape. It looked like glare or maybe just condensation, but if you tilted the bottle just right, boom, instant cheat sheet. I didn't stop there. I rewrote my formulas on the inside of my hoodie sleeve using a UV pen and brought in a mini blacklight keychain I taped to the bottom of my desk ahead of time. It was risky, but Miss Flannery never checked the underside of anything. She trusted surfaces too much. Test day arrived. Miss Flannery paced the room like a prison guard, her heels clicking like a metronome of doom. She made a big show of checking everyone's sleeves and bags. When she got to me, she narrowed her eyes. Empty your pockets. I did. Chapstick, a hair tie, 2 pennies, nothing suspicious. She squinted at my water bottle but moved on. I could feel sweat pooling at my back, but I kept cool. I scribbled answers while casually sipping hydration, catching glimpses of my cheat sheet every time I tilted the bottle. 15 minutes in, the guy next to me, Robbie, sneezed and dropped his pencil. When he leaned to grab it, his calculator slid off the desk. Miss Flannery pounced. "No one said you could have a calculator!" Robbie looked terrified. He swore it was in his bag the whole time. While she dragged him to the hallway to lecture him, the rest of us exchanged glances. I tapped my sleeve under the desk and lit up my notes in ghostly blue. Every equation glowed like magic. I worked faster. By the time Miss Flannery returned, red in the face and stormy-eyed, I had finished every page. I double-checked my bottle notes one last time, then casually drank the rest of the water, crushing the bottle just enough to blur the writing. The next day, she returned our scores. She looked right at me when she said, "Someone here got a perfect score," which is interesting. Very interesting. She walked over, dropped the paper on my desk, and stared. I smiled. "It must have finally clicked," I said, innocent as could be. The room was silent. She didn't respond, just tapped her fingers against my desk and walked away. The funny part? I didn't even need the bottle for half the test. I'd studied so much making the cheat tools that I'd memorized most of it, but the look on her face, worth every minute. 2 weeks later, a new classroom rule appeared. No personalized water bottles. All drinks must be school-issued and remain sealed until the end of class. And the best part? I heard they had to delay the next round of testing because they couldn't afford enough district-approved hydration vessels. So yeah, I guess you could say I caused a policy change.